Hi everyone. Today is Wednesday, February 25th, 2026, and it's 10 a.m. Um, Today is a higher anxiety day, and so I wanted to share that with you guys. I wanted to just share my experience. One of my friends on here, Catherine, is trying. She gets very vulnerable on camera when she's panicking and she's anxious. So that inspired me today to do kind of like a day in my life, a highly anxious day in my life. So for background, my dad has a procedure today, and it's a simple procedure, but it's still something that he'll have to go under anesthesia for, and thankfully my brother will be picking him up from after the procedure and stuff. Um, my mother had a meeting this morning, and so because of that, that also kind of like tipped the scale, anxious scale, because then I mean, I was already feeling anxious about my dad's procedure, and then she wasn't going to be around, so I'm home on my own right now. However, last night I made sure to ask my neighbor if she was going to be around, and she said she would be, so that helped me feel more grounded because I felt like, okay, I'm not going to be completely alone, like I have someone around. But this morning I just felt like I needed more support, and I was like, you know what, let me give myself the opportunity to ask someone in my community to see if they're available today. So I reached out to my cousin and to see if she was available, and thankfully she was, and she's coming over, so I'm really happy about that. I have to eat something. I had a protein shake earlier. So first off, as some of you or most of you already know, I do take Manjaro. I've been taking it since July of 2025. And as a result, because of my diabetes as well, as a result, my appetite is pretty low. When I am in a higher anxious state, I have a really hard time eating, but I know that eating will help me as well to help feel more grounded. So right now, the only thing I can stomach is oatmeal. Um, However, it's pretty hard getting it down, so I'm just taking it little by little. I have some healing frequency playing in the background if you hear that noise. I like to play frequencies, to help me like calm down. I woke up early this morning because I heard my parents shuffling and stuff, getting ready to do their things. So I woke up. I did sleep good, but I still woke up feeling a little sleepy. Um, by the way, I think I mentioned in my story. Thankfully, my work is remote because of the blizzard right now. So that's a plus. And the schedule is pretty flexible, so I don't have to be on the computer right now, which is good because I need to get more grounded. And I figure once my cousin is here, then and once I kind of like wake up a little bit more, that's another thing because I did take a little propranolol just to help me with the sensations in my body, um, and that tends to make me a little sleepy as well. So it's like the morning sleepiness plus the little bit of propranolol, so I feel a little bit out of it. But that's another reason why I have the window open and the healing frequency playing that's a little bit more upbeat to help me kind of wake up. I just want to say for the people who may be watching this and don't experience an anxiety disorder. So anxiety within itself, it's like high stress. It's a natural process in our bodies. It's letting us know that there's something that we need to be aware of, pay attention to. But when it's a disorder, it's much more extreme than that, and it's like that sense of awareness and just kind of like hypervigilance is constant, and that's not healthy for the body. As well, I've mentioned this in a lot of previous videos. I do experience a lot of physical symptoms when I am in a high anxious state. So, for example, like I feel like a heaviness in my stomach. I tend to have what we know as bubble guts, um, which also makes it harder to be highly anxious on the street. You know what I mean? Outside. Hence why another reason why I developed agoraphobia. Um, I I feel like a burning sensation in my stomach and my chest. Sometimes my breath is a little bit more shallow. I do get a little shaky. So it just depends on the circumstance and the situation. Right now, I'm gonna say my anxiety is between a 3 and a 4. It like fluctuates. It's a little bit more of a 3 now that I'm eating and just kind of like with the window open, cooling down my body a little bit because it gets tends to get a little overheated. Um, yeah, I'm just describing. I do get this like brain fog, so I am a little bit out of it because I'm a little sleepy and I took a little propranolol, but um, when I'm in a higher anxious state, I'm not thinking as clearly. My brain, it has like a lot of tabs open and it's hard for me to focus. So that's why I try to keep myself grounded with my body as far as like movement or eating, um, just to kind of stay present. Yeah, so those are just some of the things I feel like a lot of you can relate. And we all have different sensations as well, that make it harder for us to kind of navigate and or feel safe in our bodies. But yeah. So and I feel like I'm just rambling at this point, but that's okay because that helps me too. Like sometimes I just need to talk things out to help me feel more grounded in my body and secure and not really activate the flight mode. Um, yeah. Oh, I'm looking forward to my cousin coming over. She does know, she actually follows me on here. She does know some things that I've been experiencing. Um, so I'm gonna just have a more candid conversation with her, and I know that she wants to help in some ways. So she has helped me with exposures before. So yeah, I'm looking forward to just, chatting. I do have to go to the post office today, and that's gonna help too. Being outside and the cold air is gonna help as well. So I'm gonna keep you guys posted. Hey y'all, so it is about 4 hours later since I started recording, or maybe 5 hours. And I'll tell you how the day went. I totally forgot to record while I was outside, but it's all good. So just to recap, I asked my cousin to come over to help me, like to support me for the day, and thankfully she did, and she stayed with me till about 4. And we had a good time catching up and stuff, and she helped me with some errands I had to go outside with, so it was nice having that extra support. um, Overall, my body, I had a really hard time with food, just upset stomach, but thankfully not too bad. The walk outside helped me just to get grounded, and the fresh air helped as well. I was really tired today. I'm not really sure what was going on because I did sleep well, but yeah, I don't know. But we had a good time. She helped me out with some things, and thankfully she's gonna help me tomorrow with some other things, some other tasks. I have to go to a couple of food pantries, and so thankfully I'll have that support. I'm looking to make this something more frequent with her, and also maybe with someone else, if she's not available, just on an as needed basis, not like an everyday thing. Some days I just need a little bit more support than others. So I'm really thankful that I'm able to get the help I need, and also give for the help I receive, like in the sense of like, if I'm able to give them something like money, I will, or something else, and she didn't ask for money, but I wanted to give her because money is my love language. I love getting money and I love giving money. But thankfully everything has worked out. I'm waiting for my dad to come home. My brother's picking him up, and otherwise I have some work to do. I was able to eat something about an hour and a half ago, so all is well for now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.